What's up, y'all? Hey, welcome back to the channel where we give you financial education to your financial success. Hey, today we're going to talk about another superpower. Yes, another superpower. And y'all know, I'm a dad. I love my child. And I do this because I love helping y'all. And just establishing. I've been through a lot of different experiences. I learned a lot of different things. And that's why I'm bringing this to you. I feel like financial education is something that affects all of us, no matter what you do or who you are. Financial education is important to surviving, at least in America. All right. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this video. Some more tips for your credit as far as what you can do with your collections and charge-offs. All right. So here we go. Let's go. Alright y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to talk about collections and charge-offs. Each collection or charge-off on your credit report is hurting you about 15 to 20 points. How do they get there? They get there because you had some late payments, right? It's a 30, 60, 90, 120 charge-off collections, right? That creditor will sell your account to somebody to harass you to get payment for it for pennies on the dollar. That means that other person would pay the creditor some form of money, but it would be like less. Say your collection is $1,000, right? The collection agency would pay them $200, so that way they collected something. They write it off on their books. Now it just goes to them, the collection agency. So the collection agency got it for, you got your $1,000, but they only paid $200 for it. This is very important to think about because I'm gonna show you how to get this removed. So now that the collection company has your new report, they need to make sure they have all the proper documents. They need to have your address, your name, your employment, whatever you signed up, the date you signed up, all these different things. They need to make sure they have all their stuff in order, okay? So now that we know how that system works, now we can take the steps necessary to remove that collection or charge off, all right? We can take care of that debt. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to that website right there, pull your free credit report, it's going to list out all your names, addresses, and employments and phone numbers. I want you to contact each bureau for each one of those and keep only one name, one address, one employer that is current, okay? All of your current stuff. Usually, the reason you're going to do this is because usually, whenever your collections are tied to those old addresses, old employments, or misspelling of your names, that is what it usually tied to. So when you count the credit bureaus saying, hey, I want all this stuff removed, I want to clean up my credit report, have it correct, cool, you've done that. Now, there's 7 other bureaus there's 7 bureaus total that you're going to go through. Make sure you check out one of my videos on those 7 ones. Now, basically, you just want to put a freeze on everything. Whenever you put a freeze, that means nobody can access it except you. So you want to freeze everything after you have cleaned it up, right? Now, you're going to simply send a letter and ask the collection agencies to validate their information. The main way they validate it is going to the credit bureaus and getting that report that you just cleaned up and saying, hey, can you show me this and that? They're gonna have other little things too that they can go through. We're gonna go through that in that other video. And all those are frozen. So they can't access nobody. They're kind of stuck. So they would have to just rely on the information that the creditors give them and say, hey, can you just provide me with the necessary documents so that way we are legally under the FTC criteria that we are correct. If they can verify all that, then they'll say, okay, we are correct. They'll be able to do everything and say, okay, cool, we're good. We validated so-and-so, you still owe this debt. If they can't validate it, they'll just have to remove it because everything is frozen, so they have to go only to the creditors to get the proper information. If the creditors then keep all the proper information on file, then they have no basis on verifying it, so they can't do anything. It just has to be removed. That is the proper way to do it. A lot of people just be like, send letters to the collection agency, but you haven't even took care of the necessary steps before doing that. And all those steps are free. That's free steps to clean up and like all that. That's free. Do those steps first. Clean up your credit reports and then freeze everything. Now they can only go to the creditors. All right. Creditors most likely, hey, we don't want this on our books. We're done. That's on you, collections. Y'all paid us our money. You got the debt. If you can collect it, you win. Cool. Now the creditors, the collection agency is going to come to you and say, hey, we was unable to verify it. We're going to go ahead and take it off your credit report. They'll contact the bureaus. Hey, we was unable to verify everything. Everything is frozen. The creditors don't got the right information. So can you go ahead and remove this so we don't have a lawsuit with the FTC agency and everything? Yeah, credit bureaus. Okay, cool. It's off. You're good to go. Best of luck on the next person. Cool. Now, if they come back and say, yeah, we validate everything. You owe this debt. We got your name, your address. Everything is correct. We know who you are. We identify who you are. It's cool. All right, cool. Now, you will send them or call them back. Hey, I'm willing to pay you the full payment. You're going to pay the full $1,000 on that payment. Because how much do they pay? $200. So they'll get $800 increase. They'll be willing to do this next step for you because you definitely need this next step. You don't want to pay it without this next step. You need to ask them for a paid deletion, email or mail, to say something that they will remove it when you pay the full amount for it. Whenever you tell them you're gonna pay the full amount, they're more willing to do that for you. Send that to you immediately because they're going to make profit. If you say, hey, I want to make payment plans or I want to try to negotiate, they're not going to be really willing to like do this pay for deletion type deal. Because the pay for deletion type deal isn't like they just want their money. They just want money. They want to make a profit. All right. They did a good job of keeping perfect records on you. They want to get paid for their services that they was able to complete, which is all fine. It's your debt anyway. You spent it. You had some trouble. Cool. So if you do pay for deletion, full amount, you get something in writing because you need something in writing first. If you need to sue them later, if you have that pay for deletion letter that says, hey, you promised that you was going to delete this once I paid it. You didn't delete it after I paid it. Now you have a lawsuit. Now you can get even more money. That's it. That's it for collections and charge-offs. That's how you want to settle those. And you're done. You're easy. You go on about your life. Don't do it again. Make sure you take care of any late payments. The number one thing you can do for any of your accounts is set up auto payment. Auto payment on your minimum payments from your debt account. You know we got 3 bank accounts. Your debt account, set up auto payment from that account to come out for each one of your revolving credit or installment or whatever. Have an auto account for those. It automatically comes out. It's not coming out of your main account, your living, and it's not coming out of your savings, which is continuing to grow for you and your family. It's coming out of your debt account. Set that up on auto payment so you don't have this trouble going forward. You're good from here on out. All right? So as always, I love y'all. Like I said, I gotta go take care of my kid. And y'all let me know if y'all ever have any questions. And we're gonna make you financially educated to have financial success here at First Class Investments. I love y'all. Peace.